At the end of 2024, just across the border in Germany, I saw a Sandhill crane, an incredibly rare species in the Netherlands. It's now March, the bird could leave at any moment and the wind is blowing towards the Netherlands. Could I manage to get this species on my Dutch list?
Hi, I'm the Dutch birder, and 2025 is my 17th year of birding. This year I'm on a quest to document at least 250 different bird species. Join me on my quest through wetlands and forest of the small European country called the Netherlands.
And I've decided to head to Germany again to once more see the Sandhill crane, because just maybe they will stop migrating and head northwest instead of northeast, and then there's a slight chance that it flies over the Netherlands and I could count it for my Dutch list. Of course, I don't get my hopes up. The bird has come as close as 3 kilometers to the Dutch border, so there's a very, very, very tiny chance that it will be actually seen in the Netherlands. But I've been lucky before with rare birds, so why not give it a try? In the fields, I saw many birds foraging. I noticed several groups of starlings here and there. This bird still had many of its winter spots, but as the feathers wear down, the white speckles disappear. I also saw several fieldfares feeding, tricky birds to follow, as they stand still for a moment and then dash off again. Now that the sun was shining on them, you could really see how beautifully colored this species is. Cranes are usually very shy, but this pair allowed for a stunning view.
I'm noticing that I see mostly pairs of crane instead of a large group, so maybe the group has fallen apart into the pairs just before they stop migrating. Interesting to see. Oh, there is a very large group of swans sitting here in the field.
Although there are a few pairs of whooper swans breeding in both the Netherlands and Germany, these flocks will fly much further north in the coming weeks.
I've checked the entire area north of the Twisterstrasse, and I've come across a sizable number of cranes. Many pairs, but also some groups, and one very large group. But I can't find the Sandhill crane anywhere, so I'm now searching Twisterstrasse itself. Hopefully it is here, and if I can't find it here, then I'm moving closer to the Netherlands to check 2 other spots where it has been seen over the winter.
At this little pond I heard several birds, including the skewed and restless long-tailed tit. Suddenly I saw something large foraging along the water's edge. It looked to me like a koipu, a species that doesn't originally belong in Europe at all, but due to illegal releases and escapes, it's now found in large parts of the continent.
At this location I didn't see any cranes, but while filming the long-tailed tit and the mammal, muskrat or beaver rat or whatever, I heard some cranes calling, but I don't see any. I'm now at the spot closest to the Dutch border where the Sandhill crane has been seen, and there are definitely some cranes here. I also saw a group taking the air, about 10 birds, but the Sandhill wasn't amongst them. I tried to film them, but they were behind some trees. I'm now back at the spot where I started, because I couldn't find the center crane anywhere else, so I've probably overlooked it here. Maybe there are some groups that weren't visible when I searched earlier. So let's hope things mixed up a bit and I can find the center crane after all. But it's looking bad at the moment.
I didn't see the Sandhill crane here, but I did spot a beautiful sparrowhawk sitting in a field. A species I still need for the 250 bird challenge, but for it to count I have to see it in the Netherlands, so this one doesn't count, but still a nice sighting.
In the meantime, I'm back in the Netherlands, couldn't find the Sandhill crane anywhere, so I'm now going to Terapel for the woodpeckers. But along the way I'm scanning some fields, maybe the Sandhill crane is here, you never know.
In Terapel, there's a monastery surrounded by a beautiful forest where all the native woodpecker species of the Netherlands occur. It didn't take long before I heard a middle-spotted woodpecker calling. Finding it wasn't easy among the many tall oaks. I had decided to test how well my new camera and lens would work when filming handheld. This way, I wouldn't have to lug my tripod around all the time, and it also prevents losing precious seconds while setting it up, which can mean missing great shots. As long as the bird doesn't move around too much, it's quite doable. Sony isn't known for the best stabilization, but with a steady hand and some post stabilization, you can get pretty far. Nice! Got the middle spotted woodpecker. It was calling frequently, so it was easy to find, but it was foraging right above my head, so it was a bit tricky to film it, but I managed. Now let's see if we can find some other woodpeckers. In the forest behind the monastery, many species were already singing. I heard a marsh tit singing here. Fortunately, I managed to get a nice view of the bird as well. I hear loads and loads of half-inches, but every time I see a bird move and I point my binoculars, they turn out to be a common chaffinch, so still haven't filmed that one. Eventually, I succeeded in capturing a half-inch recognizable on film. Finally got one. Aren't the best shots, but it's on the list. I also hear a green woodpecker calling. I did indeed see a beautiful grassy field where a green woodpecker could certainly be foraging.
After all of the woodpeckers I only got middle spotted, but I had a lot of fun and the weather was lovely. Sadly, I don't have any more time because I got a phone call from the car dealer that my potentially new car is ready for a test drive.
If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button. A like and a comment are highly appreciated. And I'll see you next time.